I will never be afraid again. I will keep on fighting till the end. I can walk on water, I can fly. I will keep on fighting till I die. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with an Earth 2 update video. We do have a little bit to go over, so everyone, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. My friend knows I love you all. Please, Patreon down below, referral code. It means the world when you guys use that code, and when you guys subscribe to my Patreon, I love you guys. Tears. Okay, so E2. Question I had, what is the best way to create ad revenue? For me, the answer is, okay, well, obviously you have foot traffic as an aspect. Okay, so where will the most foot traffic be? Well, what's popular? Is it fiction or is it nonfiction? Or maybe even a blend of the two. Now you have Gotham City and Metropolis that doesn't exist, but someone could potentially make those cities somehow in maybe a miniaturized version or what have you. But if we're going with what's blended, you have New York City, obviously real, but it's also home of the Fantastic Four, Spider-Man, the Avengers, basically where a lot of superheroes live. The Sasquatch Genome Project. Make a game where you can try to find Bigfoot. It's kind of blending the real and not real, and I'm a believer. I want to believe. I want to believe, if I can quote the X-Files. But that would be pretty fun. Owning land in the Cincinnati Zoo and making a grave or slash memorial for Harambe. Something like that would be huge. I would go there every single day. I would start many of you guys want and I'm just going with what the people want. They want a giant statue of Randy Chavez in the middle of Chavez-topia so that my glorious beard can guide you. I'll do what you guys command, but it's all about location, location, location. Mega cities with a lot of different activities. Chavez-topia for one. So everyone comment down below what activities you're most excited for, whether it's in Chavez-topia or somewhere out, like you want to be on a beach, running on the beach, recreating Baywatch or those bathing suits. Oh, those are good times. Anyway, we do have some news. It is a virtual reality news in general, but it does relate to Earth 2, saying that Microsoft is the first major company to host a VR keynote, and it went down without a hitch. This is coming from roadtover.com, and the article reads, quote, last week, Microsoft became the first major tech company to host a keynote presentation fully in virtual reality. Despite many moving parts, the company managed to deliver a seamless, immersive presentation that could mark the future of this sort of marketing communication. What does this mean for Earth 2? Well, if you have something that is, you have like maybe bad internet connection, you have whatever, and you're not able to, we've all seen that South Park episode, comment if you haven't, spoilers for this, where Eric Cartman is saying like, and he posts a picture of himself in a freeze frame, like, like he's trying to pay attention, but he's not. That would be completely different in virtual reality. You can tell where the avatars are, what they're doing. I just thought that'd be pretty fun. We could host work meetings. I will definitely host work meetings in Earth 2. I might actually film videos of myself, YouTube videos from Earth 2. I thought that would be pretty cool. Going live there might be an issue. I'll have to let you guys know on that. But in the last 20 years, the tech keynote has gone from hasty PowerPoint presentations in front of small groups to major multimedia productions that form the cornerstone of many marketing playbooks, often concluding with major announcements and product reveals. Again, if Earth 2 could be one of those places where people are the go-to to have those types of meetings, I would like to have, if it's a small group of people, I would say like that Justice League round table with, a bunch of seats. I don't even think it's round. I think it's like a rectangle shaped table. That would be amazing. I totally want to do that. But last week, Microsoft took the next step toward one possible future of the tech keynote when it delivered its opening presentation to its Ignite 2021 developer conference fully in virtual reality. While far from the first company to deliver a virtual presentation, Microsoft, with its $1.73 trillion market cap, is surely the largest company to do so, and its presentation was perhaps the most ambitious and most polished that we've seen yet, featuring custom-built scenes stitched together, immersive and traditional media alike. Adding to the complexity of execution is the fact that the keynote was designed for viewing both in both in VR and via a non-immersive live stream for a wider audience. So if you don't have the Oculus Rift or Quest or whatever, don't feel bad. You're not being completely left out because they have both of these. So I would also have that as well, cater to people that do have the VR and people that don't. If you want to see the entire thing, you could watch a recording. You just Google that. but it was a stage set in alt space. Microsoft hosted the entire Ignite keynote inside of alt space, the social VR platform the company acquired back in 2017. Because it's Microsoft's own product, the company had the leeway for a much more unique production than would have been possible in an off-the-shelf solution. Off-the-shelf just meaning if they had to take from another company. Um, Earth 2, obviously, they'll probably do some meetings. They'll probably do some announcements, videos in the Earth 2 virtual reality as well. Because they're so vertically integrated, they don't have to go out. A couple of people have been asking me, like, oh, do you think, what company has the money to buy Earth 2? And I'll tell you right now, that is not $1 million figure. That is a billion with a B, as in Bravo, $1 billion figure. These guys, because one, these guys are going to be making, the developers making so much millions of dollars already. They're not going to sell it for 50 million each. They're not. Even like 200 million each, I would say maybe, just because they made money already and okay, double it. But honestly, even if they make, double what they made already in an offer, this is their baby. This is something that's very, very hard to walk away from. Like right now, I'm in the office where I do high risk lending, where I hypothesize that I can make more between Earth 2 and YouTube than I can with it. I showed you guys my tax forms, like $140,000 from one of the companies that I work with from last year, and I'm willing to walk away from that because I believe this can be much, much bigger than that. Again, scalable. The first year or so might not be, because the first year we're still in phase 1, phase 2 will be on. But yeah, that's just, again, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but this is something that I believe can go 100x from here, and it's already grown significantly. Anyway, anyone anywhere in the world with access to alt space was able to join the presentation and get a front row seat to the keynote. Sorry, before I move on, maybe Facebook, maybe Tesla. Again, companies that could do it. Maybe Facebook, maybe Tesla, maybe Amazon. I don't think they will. I think Earth 2 is still right now really underneath the radar as far as popularity. So just be advised on that. Anyway, moving on. The setup was, as you might expect, a seating section for the audience and a stage. Actually, I'll show you guys a video. Pretty much what was going on. And while hundreds of users attended the event in virtual reality, they were divided up into many instances of roughly 25 audience members. So while the audience was split between many rooms, they were all watching the exact same presentation unfold at the exact same time. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella opens with a video address. Hey, that's him. To be clear, the Microsoft Ignite virtual reality keynote was not just a little experiment for the company. It was a large enough event expected to be viewed by enough people to warrant Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella as the headline speaker who outlined the visions for the future of the enterprise computing. Now, wanting to just go over that a little bit, it's not just something one of these rinky-dink, board meetings, wherever. No, like the CEO is there, probably the CFO, just everyone that's in charge of something important was there. So this is something that they're probably going to get into. This will be more competition for Earth 2 in the future, not now. Like I said, Earth 2 is their first. They are number one. They are first to market with this type of thing. And I know you have Decentraland and you have Second Life, but completely different with completely different graphics. And the graphics alone is just going to blow everyone's mind because nobody knows about it yet. That in conjunction with the absolute cult-like following that we have, in conjunction with the money that's already in people. Yeah, there are millionaires. I don't think there are any billionaires in here yet, but yeah, there are several millionaires, a few that I know of. Anyway, like I said, I'm like Sauron. I see all, but let me show you a little bit more of the video. That's where he's talking. That's where he's looking at. It's just really cool. And while the virtual reality audience of the keynote was all represented by cartoonish alt space avatars, that is so amazing. Reminds me of the aquarium down in Georgia. HoloLens visionary Alex Kipman was shown on stage in a lifelike representation wearing a HoloLens 2 headset. Around him was a stage designed to look like coral reef with surrounding scenery transformed to make it look like the entire stage was underwater, which is heckin' cool, yo. From a technical standpoint, it appears that Kipman's visual representation was achieved with a green screen video capture, which was shown the audience as a billboard texture that rotated to face each viewer no matter their position. Again, something that was just really cool. Outside of that, there's really not much to go over, but I just thought that was very interesting. This is something where virtual reality is the next space in gaming. That's it. What that could mean, like I said, it's first to market. It's got a cult like following. This is something that I is like Tesla. It's like Bitcoin. And everyone else that is sleeping on this type of gaming, this virtual reality gaming, they're going to get their lunch eaten. That this small rinky dink startup company in Australia comes out of like RKO, out of nowhere. They just come and anyone who is not, any gaming company that is not going all in virtual reality right now is losing. Again, it's not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but they're just having their lunch eaten. This game is worth billions, in my opinion. And to us that are getting in so early, not only virtual reality in gaming, each tile compared possibly being their own NFT is just absolutely bananas. Considering NFTs are $1 trillion market space, and right now it's only a multi-billion-dollar market space. But in the future, that will be $1 trillion. You mark my words. I don't even think that's that outlandish. But yeah, that's going to be huge. Anyway, guys, I love you all. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. This piece of hair will not stay in my ponytail. All right, I love you. Bye. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.